and head on over to the hookup. What's our hookup tip for this week?
All right. So last week we were the show didn't come out because I was on vacation. Um, One of the things that was my responsibility for the vacation is transportation, of course. Um, our cars, we have no car notes, and we have no car notes because we keep our cars for a long time. Luckily, for the past couple of years due to COVID, we haven't had to put a lot of miles on them, but they are older cars, so not as much technology and not as much room because when we bought the cars, our family was this big, and now we're this big, right? So taking a 5 to 6 hour trip with our family in our cars a little bit older, they're not as smoother. Again, the family's bigger, so we wanted to make this trip as pleasurable as possible. So we was like, all right, well, let's go and keep the miles down on our cars because we don't have car notes, and our family car is getting up there in age. So we want to keep it as long as possible before we have to get a new vehicle. So let's keep the miles down. So instead of driving 600-700 miles for this family road trip that we took, we decided to rent a vehicle, went on Enterprise, went on Hertz, went on all these places. You don't really know what you're going to get. They tell you you'll get this type of car or similar. You really don't know what you're getting until you get there and actually they tell you this is the car is
This is
available.
what we have available.
By that time, you're already under the gun. You're behind schedule, on schedule, whatever the case may be. They may not have another vehicle available. Most people just grin and bear it when they get there, right? So what I did is I went on Turo and actually searched around and found a vehicle that fit all of our requirements to take this trip. Actually went through, found the vehicle, found the person who was using it because this is a car sharing service. You're actually agreeing to use somebody else's car, for this amount of time. We were going to use it for an entire week. So we found a vehicle that fit all of our requirements, as far as space, as far as technology, as far as rideability.
Wait,
And
so this is an actual person's vehicle that you're renting?
according to the app, now I'm pretty sure people are using this as a full-fledged business, and they probably have a fleet of vehicles that they don't really drive. But the idea of the app is, I have a car, I don't use it. Let me rent it out to somebody, almost like Airbnb. It's not almost; it is the Airbnb
Of
of
vehicles.
vehicle rental, right? So I tried it, worked just fine. Never so surprisingly, so the process is you find the vehicle. You have to put together your bio because you people who are using their hosts who are
Mhm.
renting out their vehicles want to find somebody as trustworthy as I want to rent a car from somebody that's trustworthy. So I had to
Right.
put a profile, verify all my information. Once I found the vehicle, I requested that I have it for these days, and it's up to the host to agree with that. They agreed with that. I went out. Now I didn't know what was going on because I was like texting the dude, I'm almost there. I'm around the corner. I'll be there at this time. This is whatever. So he, kept the correspondence via the app. Once I got there, the app and the host gave me the instructions. Take pictures of everything that you think might be an issue just for your proof, because you want to show the condition before and after.
Mhm.
So went around the car, took a bunch of pictures, some things that mostly just regular wear and tear.
Wear and tear of a
But
car.
I want to make sure I take pictures of things that I'm not going to be then responsible for when I return it, inside, outside. Once I told the dude that I was done taking the pictures, he told me the cars, where the keys were, found the keys. Never met the dude.
Mhm.
Took his vehicle, packed my family in it for a vacation for the week. When I came back, I parked it similar to where I found it. Again, take pictures to prove that, hey, I
This
I
is how I'm leaving it.
I left it in the same shape, form, and fashion that I found it. He told me where to put the keys back, went about my business. So all that to say, my hookup for the week, if you're looking for a car, whether it be just for the weekend, for a night, or you're doing a family road trip like I did, and you really want to nail down the actual car that you're going to be renting, check out Turo. Their prices are pretty comparable In this case, since I had it so long, I actually saved a couple dollars. It wasn't like a great amount, but the fact that I was actually being able to pick the exact vehicle that I was looking for, that was worth going through the process. And I saved, a couple bucks. So if you're looking to rent a vehicle, definitely go to Turo, and we'll put a link to that in the show notes.
Nice.